Hello, my beauties. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Today, I'll be starting a series called Privileged Nanas, and this series will be my subscribers talking about their experiences with pretty privilege. So before we do, please, if you like this video or any other video, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss out on my content. So without further ado, let's get started. So here is one of my first senders. She's one of my subscribers, and she's talking about her experience on pretty privilege and how she discovered and embraced it. Okay, so she says, "Hello, beautiful. I wanted to share with you a personal story about my experience as a monoracial Black girl discovering and embracing what is often referred to as pretty privilege. During the lockdown, I began watching various videos on beauty and self-presentation. The first person who caught my attention was Karine Allord. Sorry if I said that name wrong. Inspired by her content, I decided to test out some of her advice myself. I took notes from women of different races, observing that their concerns about appearances often centered around weight, bullying, rather than other aspects of their life, or aspects of their looks. To further explore my own beauty, I turned to Pinterest. I looked for images of women who shared my complexion, phenotype, and hair texture. This led me to experiment with hairstyles that range from relaxed looks to kinky textures similar to Isa Rae her styles of hair. And it continues saying, in terms of fashion, I found inspiration in characters like Tony Childs from Girlfriends and Hilary Banks from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Emulating their styles, I noticed that my appearance began to draw positive attention. People would often tell me that I represented African American women well, referring to my transition into cute, girly outfits. I am British, by the way. So, first off, I am so excited that you took inspiration from just different races. You took advice from different races, because that is the thing. We can learn from every race. Not one race is above any other. And you, being a monoracial Black girl, can embrace the beauty of yourself by taking like little snippets of other cultures or what they like to do with their hair, their styles, and so on. I myself loved turning to Pinterest for this. Since I started interacting in this community, the Exotical community, that's when I started actually learning more about the phenotype thing and actually looking for women that look similar to me. So that is a great advice. That is great advice, to always look for images of women who share similarities with you, phenotype, hair texture, complexion. That at the end of the day will be, I would say, like an affirmation for you to see yourself like, oh, these Pinterest girls are beautiful. They're considered beautiful, and they have this skin color, or this textured hair, or this phenotype, and they're considered beautiful. So I must be beautiful as well. Our brain makes those little calculations, and it's like an affirmation that at the end of the day reaffirms those things into our psyche. So let's continue. She keeps on saying that she found inspiration in different characters like Tony Childs from Girlfriends and Hilary Banks from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And since she started emulating that style, she noticed that her appearance started to draw positive attention. So that is amazing. I am so proud of you. I love I personally love Hillary Banks' style. I myself have a similar style to her. I like to wear fancy clothing like that. And so that you must dress so pretty. And it's nice that you start drawing positive attention. So it at the end of the day, it all starts with you. Meaning, she started doing these little experiments in which she started, taking other people's advice, learning about her phenotype, what looks good on her, what not. Is it that she could improve to further on explore more of her beauty and actually benefit from it? So she started actually getting those affirmations from the outside because she already started filling them in within herself, if that makes sense. It's a feedback. When you start thinking these things to yourself and you start acting as how you're thinking, that's the type of attention you will get at the end of the day. So she kept saying this changed in appearance and style led to being taken more seriously by others. Men of various races seemed more eager to smile or offer assistance, especially when I wore skirts or dresses. Additionally, women of other races frequently invited me to join them at events or model for gigs. So you see how you start getting privilege when you start learning and you start thinking that it's possible for you to be privileged, if that makes sense. So it all starts within you. You have to first think that it's possible for you. You have to be delusional. For instance, when I say you have to be delusional is sometimes people think that it's impossible for them to get to a certain point or to get certain attention or to be, in this case, beautiful or seen or perceived as beautiful. But as she started working towards exploring her own beauty, affirming her own beauty, she started getting that positive feedback by others. Like she said, she started gaining this privilege little by little. She started getting smiles from men. And additionally, she says that she started getting even offered to join to events and modeling gigs. So she started even getting job offers. That is amazing. You can see when you put in a little bit of work into exploring yourself, learning about yourself, what looks good on you, these little changes start to change you for better as a person, and you will receive positive feedback. So let's continue. Says, one significant change I made was to stop watching victim videos and refrain from being overly involved in activism, as I felt these were holding me back. I've come to believe that it's not solely about one's skin color, but also about behavior, and sometimes weight. I hope it provides some insight into my personal journey and changes I've made. Well, honey, that was amazing. Your inspiration. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. I really appreciate it. So she says that one of the things she stopped doing was watching these victim mentality videos, these videos that claim that Black women aren't desired, aren't beautiful. And clearly, Black women are not going to be desirable to everyone. It's just preference, It doesn't mean that the person is racist, colorist, features. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a preference. It would be like, I don't like white men. Maybe I like Asian men, or you know what I mean? It's just a preference. So stop watching victim videos or videos that make you feel like you're a victim, and refrain from being overly involved in activism. So removing yourself from the narrative, the victim narrative, is a huge step to take, because doing that means taking responsibility of your actions and determining, well, my reality is this way because in some way or shape or form I have contribute to this. Not in all cases, but in most cases, we do have control of what happens in our lives, right? The decisions we make, so on and so forth. So try to notice that you have a victim narrative, like you have this self-pity, like, oh, no one's gonna love me, no one's gonna find me attractive because I'm this skin color, because I have this hair texture. That, you know, if you remove yourself from that type of thinking and you start taking the steps to bettering how you look, how you think about yourself, which is more important, I can assure you that will change everything for good in a tremendous way. Believe me. I myself, at some point, had a victim mentality, and it is hard to remove yourself from that and to change your mentality, but it's not impossible. So thank you so much for this subscriber for sending me her journey. I am so happy. I am so happy for you. I am really, really happy for you. So if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, you name it. I will be making more. If you are interested in sharing your story, send me an email at privilegeexoticalstories@gmail.com. Okay? So thank you so much for listening to today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.